And I'm also going to include some love messages in another upload for today. Today's Tuesday. I normally pull love messages. We've been working in our garden since yesterday, and we spent most of the day out there cleaning up the soil and getting ready to transplant some of our bigger plants, so I didn't get to upload your weekly messages. So we're going to start with our fire signs, Aries, Sag, and Leo. Let's see what we have going on for the week. What does Aries need to know for Tuesday through Sunday? Ooh, big changes coming with the Tower. This is a card signaling that there are changes and transformations taking place in your life. The best advice when the Tower comes out is to roll with it. Go with the flow, roll with the punches, and definitely don't let these obstacles or these changes stop you from your goals. But these big changes are coming, so you need to embrace the change. It could definitely feel like a catastrophe in the moment, but it will eventually lead to something a lot better. All right, Three of Cups. You might need some help from others as this Tower moment comes through, Aries. This is something that would signal that you really need to lean on others for support, but there will be a season of celebration. This is also a card signaling that you could be celebrating some good news. This is something that would be like a gathering, a birthday, anniversary, exciting event, but something where you have a lot of reason to celebrate with others. Could also involve a water sign. All right, Judgment. Yeah, I feel like whatever this Tower moment is, it's going to be played out to a level that you haven't seen yet. So if you're facing things like legal issues, courts, contracts, the justice system, or if you're finally either getting karma or somebody that has wronged you in some way is getting their karma, this could definitely involve a Tower moment. So think of like a big catastrophe coming to light or some sort of sudden shocking news coming to light. That's what the Tower card symbolizes. So you might, things might go in your favor. It might create a Tower moment or big changes for other people that surround you as well. Let's get a few more cards for Aries. See, the Sun. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of happiness coming in. Could also be involving a Leo. This is something where when you go through these big changes, you're going to have, you know, all these things played out for you and judgments coming. So there's some sort of awakening or like a spiritual aha epiphany that gives you cause to celebrate, and it brings a lot of happiness this week. What are you overcoming? Let's see. Communication. You definitely think that either communication has gone stagnant somewhere, that there needs to be open and honest communication, or there's been no contact with somebody and you need there to be communication. So however that resonates for you. Let's see what else we have going on. What does the end of the week look like for Aries? Let's see. Three of Wands, fire sign energy. Eight of Wands was fire sign energy. I really feel like you're struggling with something internally, and maybe that's what brings this Tower moment. There's going to be a lot of happy things going on and some sort of communication coming in. It could be communication actually in a legal stance. So like you're hearing news about something going in your favor, but it definitely feels like your ships are coming in, although they've been very delayed. So it feels like there's something that you've really been working on that could take quite a while to really come to fruition, but it is coming. So be patient with yourself. All right, what else do we have for Aries for the week? The Hermit. You might still be in hermit mode after whatever this Tower moment is. It's also something that could signal that you need some inner work, some shadow work, or some time alone to reflect. Could also be dealing with a Virgo. Seven of Wands, fire sign energy. This is closing yourself off from people, places, and things that aren't serving your highest good. You might have actually blocked somebody recently, either in your phone, online, something like that, or you have cut off communication because you need time to focus on what's important to you. Let's see. Yeah, you've had some sort of broken heart or heartbreaking situation going on. It does feel like this Tower moment had something to do with that. It really feels like this was a love relationship, and the next card that was coming out was the Two of Cups. So there could have been some sort of painful heartbreak in a situation, whether that's an ending to something like the ending of a marriage with Judgment. It also feels like there wasn't enough communication in this situation, and so that's kind of why you just retreated and pulled back your energy. but there is definitely something that left its mark on you in a negative way, and it definitely had to do with the relationship. You felt kind of trapped in this situation. Keep getting this lipstick on my teeth, sorry guys. And this is something that you feel really trapped, stuck, or bound in this situation, but it's an illusion, so you have to see it for face value and be able to overcome the illusion. All right, the Fool. You need to be willing to take a leap of faith forward, be able to try something new, stride out into new territory, and be on some sense of adventure in your life. It really feels like you've been feeling really squashed down, and that's not something Aries do well. So whether this is a work situation, whether this is a romantic situation, or whether this is just you needing to work on you right now, it does feel like that you need to be willing to take a step forward and take a leap of faith. Otherwise, I feel like nothing's really going to change for you. So that's what we have for Aries this week. Hope that helps. Let me clean these ones up. Okay, let's do Sag next. We're going to get some good shuffles. What do we have for the week for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, what do we need to know for the week? Start with the Hanged Man. Could be connecting to a Pisces. This is something that you've been feeling really stuck or held back, if I could talk today. This is something that is keeping you feeling like you can't move forward. So whether this is a relationship or whether this is just something that you feel like you haven't been able to let go of yet in order to move forward, you are going to find a way to set yourself free from these obstacles. Could be related to a Pisces. Could be a Pisces that helps you kind of find some clarity, or it could be a Pisces that's holding you back, however that resonates. All right, what else do we have for Sagittarius this week? Seven of Coins. You're thinking of throwing in the towel on a situation prematurely. This is Earth sign energy. Excuse me. Oh, my throat is so dry. It's so dry here today. So this is a card symbolizing that you need to keep going on your goals. There is something that is time sensitive that you need to focus on. Could be related to your job or work. It definitely feels like there is something that you haven't seen any progress in. So whether that's a job, whether that's some sort of project, whether it's something in your physical life, this is something that if you throw in the towel now, you're never going to see the payoff or the harvest. So you need to keep going. Don't give up. What else do we have going on for Sag? Three of Wands. Your ships are coming in, but something is delaying them. It feels like whatever it is related to the Hanged Man. So the stuck energy is keeping your wish fulfillment and your goals and things that you're trying to bring in. It's keeping it stuck. So you need to release whatever that is in order to have the delay be removed. All right, what else do we have for Sag this week? Ace of Bones, so fire sign energy. This is a fresh start. It's like a do-over, and there's some sort of passionate new energy coming in. Maybe you're deciding to branch out and start some creative project or something that you're passionate about. This is also a card that could signal new life or breathing new life of creation into something. It also signals that you could be having a sexual encounter with somebody, so a lot of passion involved in this situation. Just be cautious because things kind of ignite rapidly when this card comes up. So you could be finding out that you're also expecting if you are not cautious. Page of Blades is air sign energy. This is somebody who is a little ill-equipped. Kevin Tran in Supernatural was a prophet of God, and he was downloading a lot of information, but he was a little bit ill-equipped to decipher it or how to use it. So you might be receiving a lot of information in some way, shape, or form, but you may not know quite yet how to use it. So you might need either a mentor or you might need somebody to kind of help guide you along this new path, especially if it relates to a job or your money. It does feel like you need some guidance in that situation. What you're overcoming this week is the Devil, Capricorn energy. Again, feeling stuck, trapped, or bound. It could be a self-imposed prison. It's something that is kind of in your mind, and it's kind of keeping you stuck in this pattern of either doubt, fear, or anxiety. It also feels like there is something that you could be struggling with, like either addictions or codependency issues. So that would be something that you would want to focus on working on this week, removing those things. What else do we have for our Sagittarius this week? Queen of Swords, air sign energy. This is somebody who knows exactly what they want out of life. She's in deep contemplation, but her heart is down here trapped in a cage. And we have the Devil, who is also trapped in a cage. So it does feel like you are keeping your love life on the back burner this week. That love is just not a priority for you. So whether somebody comes in with some sort of passionate new offer for you, they may just get shot down. It feels like that is the least of your concerns right now. It feels more like money is really at the forefront. So work matters, practicalities. But this is also a card that symbolizes that you are a very brave person. You've been through many battles in your life, and this is also a card that would signal that you are not only a fierce protector of those that you love, but you are also somebody who is very cutthroat when you need to be, and you're not afraid to walk away or leave things behind that just don't work for you. What else do we have for our Sag? Four of Wands. So there's some reason to celebrate this week. This is also a card that signals stability, and it's also something that is a solid, stable foundation on which you can build something. Typically, this card is seen as something of a celebration of things like marriage. So if you're not willing to be in the spotlight getting married, then you could be attending a wedding as well, but it's something that you're celebrating. So maybe you're celebrating good news of somebody else, or it could be you that's thinking about marriage, or maybe you are actually getting married, however it resonates for you. This is also the 1111 card. The four wands symbolize 11s, so that would be also twin flames or soulmates. All right, we have strength. All these challenges that you're facing, you are strong enough to get through them. You may need to lean on somebody else for support, but this is something that you can overcome. You can tame the beast. It's also Leo energy. The Knight of Swords, somebody's definitely rushing in with some sort of news or an offer for you. Could be an air sign. This is something to where speed is definitely a factor. So things are coming in quickly. So towards the end of the week, you may be hearing some news from somebody you haven't heard from in a while, or some sort of news coming to light. Could potentially be from an air sign, but this is definitely news coming in. All right, that's what we have for Sagittarius for the week. See, we'll do Leo next, get a couple of good shuffles. What do we have for our Leos this week? Leos, what do we need to know for the week for Leos? Start with the Knight of Wands, so fire sign energy. This is definitely a card that's signaling that something is coming in quickly. Fire signs move very fast in the tarot deck, so this is quick, rapid changes. Some news coming to light. Could be some sort of passionate offer from a fire sign, or you, the fire sign, are making a passionate offer. The caution with this card is that things move quickly, so it could start quickly and it could also dissipate just as quickly. So think of like a quick encounter or some sort of like possibly one night stand coming in with that energy. It's somebody who is going to help awaken your third eye if it's not already open. I feel like you really need to focus on your intuition this week and don't get carried away. 10 of Coins. Something is affecting your money in a positive way, whether that's a raise or a promotion at work, changing jobs, a sudden lottery win. This is a legacy of wealth that you are leaving behind once you're no longer here. I feel like that is your ultimate goal, is you want to be financially set, sound, and stable all on your own. And that is something that you are working towards, is building an empire. We have the Four of Cups, water sign energy. This is something to where There's an offer that's coming in for you that you might ignore or you don't yet see coming. This is something that could be a wish fulfillment for you, but you're going to have to keep your eyes open and pay attention. Somebody could also be watching you from afar. There's an eye in the distance of the card. So this is something where you really want to focus when this offer comes in and make sure whether it's something you truly want or whether it's something you truly don't. So you need to investigate that and pay attention. All right, what else do we have for Leos? Oh, someone's at the door. In just a second, I'll be back, guys. Sorry guys, had a delivery at the door. All right, let's see what we have for Leos. What are we overcoming this week? Let's see, 6 of Pentacles. So overcoming money obstacles, the lack, the not having enough to go around. It looks like things change for the better sometime this week. Maybe it's some sort of bonus or some sort of new money coming in for you this week, but definitely something good. Let's see, we also have the wish fulfillment card coming in with the Star, Aquarius energy. This is a card signaling that it's something that you've prayed for, manifested, or quite literally wished on a shooting star coming in. So maybe that is the money that you've been waiting on is finally coming. It's also a card that would signal it could be a new partnership coming in. 3 of Swords. It feels like you've been really burned by love in the past, something that left a big heartbreaking scar basically on your life. And so you're a little distrusting of people. So when this offer does come in, I feel like initially you might squash it down and just say, you know, I'm not interested, no thank you, I don't want that. But I feel like something that really is what you want is coming in with this 4 of Cups. And so it could potentially be everything that you're looking for, and you're worried that it's just going to bring more heartbreak. So please shift your perspective this week, because you might be disregarding something that is actually really meant for your highest good. So you want to investigate that. All right, let's see. What else do we have for Leos this week? Excuse me, Knight of Swords. This is something rushing in quickly, and we have the Knight of Wands. Some sort of news is coming to light. Somebody has something that they want to either discuss with you or something that they do want to share with you. And it feels like they can't quite contain themselves anymore, so they're rushing forward because they don't want to lose this opportunity. Could also be dealing with a air sign. Let's see. 9 of Pentacles. This is a lot of wealth and abundance coming in. You also have the 10 of Pentacles. So this really tells you that it's a lot of stuff that you've worked super hard for, that you're finally going to achieve the type of life that you've always wanted. And you're going to be able to go forward with the goals and the dreams that you have, because the money will finally be available. All right, we have the Hierophant. So you could be thinking of marriage in your future. This is also something that you could be spiritually ascending. And this is another card that symbolizes Taurus energy. So you might have been really stubborn on this journey, especially if you've been heartbroken by love. You might feel like, you know, what's the point? Everybody's just the same. They're not. People are different, and you can't make a new person pay for the old person's mistakes. So this is a card telling you that it's time to not only shift your perspective, but keep going forward on your journey. If you have been really struggling with your spirituality, your religious beliefs, things like that, or just your faith in that things will work out, this is a card telling you to don't lose the hope, don't lose the faith, and trust that the divine has your best interest in heart, and they're trying to get you to ascend up the staircase of your destiny. So that's what we have for Leos for the week. Fire signs are done. Let's do water signs next. Sorry, guys. I always forget that my ringer's on when I start recording videos. Okay, Cancers. What do we need to know for the week for Cancers? Let's see. 3 of Wands. Something is delaying something that you want. So whether this is finances or whether this is some sort of holdup, your ships are coming in, but something definitely has them delayed. You could be connecting to a fire sign. 10 of Cups. You want the happily ever after. You want the house, the kids, the dog, all the things, and you also want to be able to share that with the right person. So it does look like if you aren't already in a committed relationship, something is holding up what it is that you truly want that brings in a lot of contentment and happiness. So let's see. Yeah, marriage is definitely something that you either are already married or you are contemplating for your future with the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. Some sort of tradition. Either you are breaking away from tradition or you're trying to be very traditional in how you go about getting this. That might be what the holdup is. Maybe you need to break away from that. It could definitely be maybe your family wants you to be very traditional in how you go about starting your family, and maybe that just doesn't work for you. So whatever it is that is the holdup needs to be released, I feel like, for this this contentment and happiness with the 10 of Cups to come in. How do we overcome all of the stuck, stagnant energy? By a new offer. Ace of Pentacles. This could be a new job opportunity. This could be some sort of side hustle. This is something where you can earn money from this. It might start small, like a seed when we plant it in the ground can take weeks and months to really grow and bloom. But this is something that will grow over time, and it will help you be a little bit more financially stable. Wow. Ace of Goblets. There's some sort of new love opportunity coming in for you, water sign energy. You could be extending your cup of love, or someone could be extending theirs. But this is something that gives you a lot of emotional fulfillment, and that comes out with the 10 of Cups. So that's definitely a lot of loving, nurturing energy. You could also have that for another, or maybe that's why things are delayed. Maybe you're not getting enough of that from somebody. It's time to take the leap of faith with the Fools. This is striding out into new territory, a new sense of adventure, or starting a new project. But this is definitely a journey. It's not something that will unfold overnight, and it's going to take courage for you to take that leap of faith, but I feel like it will be worth it for you. Could be trying a new job, maybe something that you think you don't have the skill set for. I feel like they will, they'll train you, they'll show you the ropes of what you need to do if it's a new job, but you need to be willing to take the leap of faith to at least try it, dip your toe in the water. All right, what else do we have for Cancers? 2 of Wands. You're definitely at some sort of crossroads and you're looking towards your future. The thing is, you need to make a decision on which direction you want to go, whether you want to stay in stuck, stagnant energy or whether you want to try something new. This also symbolizes that you might be traveling, so it could be for work or a vacation, but this is definitely something that you need to be able to make a definitive decision and pick a path on which direction you want to go. It could also involve a fire sign. The World could be on the other side of this decision. If you've been really stuck and stagnant somewhere in your life right now, whether that's relationships, finances, or making a decision, it's time. You need to weigh your options carefully and make a decision. This is a card signaling that old cycles are closing and they're coming to completion. So that gives way for a new beginning and a fresh start. You need to be able to take the leap of faith to go forward this week. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. Some sort of deception or deceitful person is going to be illuminated to you. Know that all things done in the dark will eventually come to light. So you will gain some clarity. You will see this person for who they are. And I feel like you are absolutely going to have to pick a choice of what you want to do about this. So whether it's eliminating them as an obstacle or whether it's, working things out and getting to the bottom of it, only you can truly decide that. That's what we have for Cancers. We're going to do Pisces next. Get a couple of good shuffles. Pisces. Wow, that was quick. 7 of Coins, so earth sign energy. You are thinking of throwing in the towel on a goal or a project. It could be something that you have really put a lot of time and effort in, and you just haven't quite seen it come to fruition where there's any sort of real stable payoff, and you feel like time is running out or time is of the essence. This is a card telling you that if you throw in the towel now on whatever you've worked so hard for, it will never come to light. So keep going, keep plugging away on the things that are important to you, especially when it relates to money. Okay, Pisces. 4 of Swords. There is a need for rest and recovery right now. You could be recovering from some sort of illness, injury, or some sort of setback. So you need to take some time out for you and rest. It is really important that you take the time to do that now, because burnout is very real, or things could get substantially a lot worse for you if you are neglecting things like self-care. All right, Pisces, what else do we have? 6 of Cups. Money issues are finally starting to turn around. This is also a card that symbolizes things are getting better for you when it relates to love. So there's a little bit more of a solid, stable energy coming in, but it's also a card that someone from the past could be resurfacing, so good or bad. This is reminiscing about the past people, past events, but we can't live in the past, so you have to make new memories. So if someone from your past comes into your life this week, you can decide to either embrace that energy or you can let it go. All right, what else do we have for our Pisces? Pisces, what else do we need to know this week? Let's see, 2 of Pentacles. This is something that you're juggling, and it could be your finances or it could be your time. I feel like it really relates to too many things going on, and it's like you're trying to manage your time or your resources as well. This is a card telling you that you can't juggle things forever, so eventually you will need to let go of something in order to restore or create the balance, where there is some sort of decision that you are contemplating that you need to make a choice. 2 of Wands, fire sign energy. This is something where you are contemplating travel as well, or you're looking forward for your future. So maybe you're planning things, maybe you're trying to budget and save money, trying to balance things out, but it does feel like there's some sort of opportunity that you're going to need to pick a new path or a direction that you want to go for things to really change. So make sure you choose wisely and be cautious of your choices. 3 of Cups symbolizes some sort of good news coming in. This is a celebration. You could be having drinks or something with friends or family, but this is a card that symbolizes celebrations. So maybe you're celebrating a wedding, an anniversary, a birthday, something that is good news. Hierophant, Taurus energy. This is a spiritual ascension that you're on. You could be having a lot of epiphanies or aha moments. They're trying to guide you forward into your new reality or your new destiny. So make sure that the choices that you're making to make these changes are well thought out and well planned. Don't just pull the trigger on something unless it's absolutely necessary. Take your time and think about it. All right, 7 of Swords. Could be dealing with somebody who's lying to you or deceiving you in some way. Know that all those deceptive behaviors will be illuminated. They will come to light, and you will get the clarity you need in order to make the decision. Let's see, bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Always listen to your intuition, no matter what. You don't necessarily need to listen to other people's opinions. Everybody has one. Most of them stink. So follow your own instincts. Trust your intuition. If you think somebody is being underhanded, shady, deceiving you, lying, cheating, whatever, use your intuition and listen to that. It will never steer you in the wrong direction. And most Pisces that I'm aware of are very intuitive people. So they usually have radar for those things, and they can spot it from miles away. They know their bullshit meter starts to peak. So that's what we have for Pisces. Definitely listen to the intuition this week. All right, let's see. Water signs. Scorpio is next. Good shuffles here. Scorpios, what do we need to know this week? Start with the 5 of Coins, earth sign energy. This is money struggles or money worries. So maybe you feel like there's not enough to go around. A lot of people are kind of in that spot right now. This is a card also symbolizing you could have cut somebody off and left them out in the cold recently for whatever reason. Maybe they hurt you in some way, or maybe you just weren't resonating with them anymore. Excuse me. This is something where it feels like there's also the need for recovery from something. So wherever that resonates for you. But this is a card symbolizing that you are struggling financially or you have money worries. Could be within a relationship as well. This is Gemini energy. This symbolizes the twins. Geminis are the twins in the zodiac. This is twin flames. This is soulmates. This is also love that will stand the test of time. It symbolizes things like marriage. It's also needing to make a choice. So you definitely have something that you need to choose. I'm also picking up that if a partner is not being honest with you about finances, that could definitely be creating some sort of conflict. So you guys probably need to have some sort of conversation about that. Pisces energy with the Hanged Man. You feel stuck and trapped in a situation. It could be within a relationship financially. Maybe you feel like one or the other isn't pulling their weight as well and something needs to give. So you can set yourself free from these obstacles should you need to or want to, but it's definitely going to involve you making some sort of choice or decision. All right, what else do we have for Scorpio? Scorpios, what do we need to know? We have the Seven of Wands, fire sign energy. You're going to need to stand your ground in some sort of situation where you face a lot of opponents or somebody who opposes what it is that you want. If it involves your finances or a relationship, it does feel like you need to make sure that your voice is not only heard, have good, honest communication, but know that you might hold the upper hand against an opponent. So stand your ground and speak your truth. All right. We have Ace of Goblets. There could be a new love opportunity coming in for you. Could involve a big choice. There might be things progressing forward in a long-term relationship like engagement or marriage if you're not already with somebody. Or this could be something that is brand new. Maybe you are rekindling an old relationship with somebody that you've already been with as well. We have the Ten of Swords. So there's some sort of heartbreaking, painful ending that needs to come to completion. It needs to be final. Somebody has probably stabbed you in the back or left you hanging, and it's time to cut yourself free from that and let go of these obstacles. All right. Well, let's see what we have. Six of Pentacles. So there is definitely money changing hands for the better this week. Could be more coming in for you. It's also something that symbolizes that you're going to have more than enough to cover your own bills, your own needs, your own necessities, with money left over to help those less fortunate. We have Justice. It came out reversed. This is a card that when it's reversed, it's not that great. When Justice is reversed, it's like the negative side of justice, so it didn't go in your favor. It's something that I feel like you're more worried that it won't go in your favor than it actually won't go in your favor, if that makes sense. So if this involves like you're leaving a marriage or you're leaving a relationship and you're worried financially that you won't be able to make it, it feels like it could be a struggle for a little while, but you will eventually get back on your feet and get things balanced out. You could also be dealing with legal issues, a Libra, but some sort of balance needs to be restored. Things really feel like they're kind of upside down or out of whack right now in some area of your life. All right, the Star. There's some sort of wish fulfillment coming in for you. This is Aquarius energy. It could be something that you've tried to manifest for a long time, but it feels like something has kept you stuck. We have the Hanged Man and the Ten of Swords. Whatever sort of negativity is attached to this situation needs to be released, I feel like, for this new opportunity to come in. It definitely feels like it's going to be some sort of romantic wish fulfillment, like maybe your forever partner is coming in, but it might really shake things up for you. So you're going to have to decide what it is that you really want. And it does feel like things start to turn around and get better, but at first things are going to feel a little heavy and chaotic for you. That's what we have for Scorpio this week. All right, fire signs are done, water signs are done. Let's do air signs. Start with Geminis. What do we need to know for Geminis this week? Geminis, what do we need to know? All right, we start with the star, Aquarius energy, a wish fulfillment being granted in divine timing by the universe. Something you've prayed for, manifested, or wished on a shooting star is starting to forward movement into your reality. This is also a card symbolizing that you might finally have everything that you've always wanted. What are you overcoming this week? Seven of Swords. Somebody has been deceptive in your life. This is somebody who could be lying to you, deceiving you in some way, or sneaky, underhanded behavior is going to be illuminated. So then you're going to have a choice to make. Nine of Wands says that you definitely are feeling very guarded right now, especially if you find out that somebody who you thought was your everything turns out to be a sneaky, underhanded piece of crap. So you might feel very guarded. This also feels like it could be something from your past that is holding you back, that's kept you very guarded. So whether this is something from your past that's carrying over into your future because you haven't dealt with resolving the feelings that you have from being very hurt by whoever it was, this is something where eventually you will need to lower your guard in order to let something better come in, like a wish fulfillment. All right, what else do we have for Geminis? Seven of Wands. So there's something that you're going to need to stand your ground on, and I feel like it's with whoever this Seven of Swords energy is. Could be an air sign. This is also something that signals that you might hold the upper hand. So when you find out that this deceit or lies comes to light, you might be the one who's like, I'm just done. I don't care anymore. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm going to make forward progress on my own. You're definitely letting go of something that was a heavy burden, and you felt very betrayed and stabbed in the back, especially by whoever has let you down or hurt you or deceived you in some way. This is definitely a card that symbolizes it needs to be final. You need to not go backwards with this person, especially if this is a pattern of theirs that they have constantly stabbed you in the back, lied to you, or deceived you. It's time to just release it and let it go. There's definitely something or someone better trying to come in. We have the Empress, the Divine Feminine, in the deck. She symbolizes all of the nurturing, comforts, caring, compassionate energy, empathy, motherhood, fertility, pregnancy. So some of those things can be happening for you as well, especially if you've struggled with those things. Make sure that the love that you would pour out to somebody else is also something that you give to yourself. So make sure that you are also showing yourself love and care. All right, what else do we have? Five of Cups. I feel like you're overcoming some sort of deep emotion, grief, loss, mourning. You may have physically lost somebody recently. There's also an indication that you could be struggling with things like depression. So you need to shift your perspective on the situation that's got you in there, in those feelings. This is a card symbolizing that you can still salvage something, but you first need to shift your perspective. Not all is lost. Two of Wands. There's some sort of choice you need to make in order to move and go forward. This is the possibility of travel, but you first need to make a decision. This is a card symbolizing that things are moving forward, but it could be held up simply because you refuse to make a choice. You're looking forward into your future, and it does feel like once this ending happens with the person that's deceiving you, it does feel like you have a solid choice to make on what your next move is or what new direction you want to go. Could also potentially involve a fire sign. This is the Lovers, Gemini energy, so twin flame energy, soulmate energy. The Lovers symbolizes also a choice to make. It does feel like you're leaving something or someone behind because this new person is your wish fulfillment. This new person could be your soulmate or your happily ever after, but you first have a choice to decide what direction you want to go. And I'm hearing, should I stay or should I go? So that could resonate for somebody. This is also a card symbolizing relocation or travel as well. All right, that's what we have for Geminis for the week. Let's see what we have for Libras next. Get some good shuffles. All right, Libra, what do we need to know for the week? What's coming in for you? Libras, what do we need to know for the week? Start with the King of Wands, so fire sign energy. This person is really driven, outspoken, and ambitious in life. So whether that's you or somebody that you encounter or know, this is something where this person, if it's not you, will help guide you forward into your next move. They don't let much stop them. They're very outspoken, not really a filter on how they speak to people. So sometimes they come as really aggressive or really kind of in your face sort of people where it's like, look, I know what I'm doing. Why don't you know what you're doing? And they just kind of can tend to rub people the wrong way sometimes, but they tend to also be very driven and get the job done. Let's see. It does feel like there's some sort of an offer coming in potentially from a fire sign, and it could involve things like long-term commitment. There's a diamond on his hand in this card. We have Justice, balancing the scales, and that's what Libra symbolizes. So you could be trying to find or restore the balance in a situation. Could be dealing with courts, contracts, legalities, or some sort of court case. But this is also a card symbolizing that whatever is imbalanced right now needs balance restored. So make sure that you try and weigh your options carefully and find or restore the balance. Eight of Wands, there might be some sort of communication coming in or something that needs to be discussed. This is the arrows of love typically seen in the tarot. It's fire sign energy, so it will come in quickly. So maybe you need to have a real conversation with someone this week. And my voice trembled there, so it feels like you're either very nervous or they will be very nervous about this conversation, as well as how to proceed forward. It does feel like this needs to happen. There needs to be this big change or this balance in order for things to really go forward for you. All right, what are we overcoming this week? Let's see, bottom of the deck is Judgment. So it feels like karma could be at play in something in your life right now. This is also basically restoring the balance to things in life, and Libras crave balance. So this is a card saying that you might be judging others too harshly, or somebody could be judging you too harshly. Try and find the balance and mellow that. There's definitely some sort of conflict or something that needs to come to a finality with the Ten of Swords, air sign energy. Are you overthinking the situation too much is what I'm picking up? Have you really just, constantly overthinking the negative side of things? Shift your perspective. It's also a card symbolizing that if somebody has stabbed you in the back, it's time to let it go. Find the balance, restore the balance, or create the balance however you can. The sun's on the other side of all these obstacles you're dealing with. Leo energy. There's brighter days ahead. Things will start to shift and get better. It feels like you first have to figure out what direction you want to go, or once this communication happens, it feels like it will start to open up some sort of new opportunity for you for things to get better. All right, what else do we have for Libras for the week? We have the Hanged Man, so Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a Pisces. Feeling stuck or trapped, stagnant in something, you definitely need to shift that this week. Make changes, set yourself free, cut yourself free from what's keeping you stuck right now. Let's see, the Devil, Capricorn energy. This is something that could be a great temptation for you. So maybe it's another person, maybe it's codependencies, addictions, whatever this is, you're in a self-imposed prison. There are strings attached to whoever or whatever this is for you, and you need to cut those out. You need to release them so that you can finally make better choices. Whoever it is that stabs you in the back or betrays you in some way, that is who I feel like needs to be eliminated. King of Pentacles. This is very grounded earth sign energy. It's something that you've worked really hard for. You're trying to build a solid, stable foundation. You're trying to be able to leave a legacy behind you in the positive. You're a very loyal person to those that you care about and love. And there is also something that says that what you've worked super hard for, slow and steady wins the race. All right, that's what we have for our Libras. We'll do Aquarius next. What do we need to know for the week? Start with the Eight of Wands. There's some sort of communication that needs to be had. Could be with a fire sign. This is something that is the arrows of love. So it could be somebody expressing their feelings towards you this week, or some sort of open communication. So open the channels of communication. Could be any type of communication, face-to-face, text, phone call, email, etc. Even stuff on social media, any way you can communicate. Judgment. I feel like this person or you is really going through their spiritual awakening. So realizing certain things that maybe you didn't notice before, or this is a card of judgment and some sort of karma being played out. So the divine might be really kind of pulling strings behind the scenes this week for you, and it might really shift things for you or another person, and that might facilitate this communication that needs to come in. But there's some sort of judgment coming, whether it's a court case, a legality, or the divine is finally just like, nope, enough, things need to change. We have the Emperor, the divine masculine in the deck. This is Aries energy. It's very driven, passionate energy, but the Emperor comes in strategically to conquer things and try and change things for the better. So think of ancient times when we had emperors that would, devastate nations and take them over. He's coming to clean house. He's coming to basically forge a new path forward. I'm getting very tongue-tied as I'm channeling today. They're also saying pay attention to the small signs, and there is some sort of either eagle or I think it looks more like an eagle in the bottom of this. So you might be seeing symbols of sacred birds. So an eagle is like America's symbolism for things with freedom and soaring above the conflicts and things like that. But it does feel like there is something that is really holding you back, and in return this person's coming in to kind of release your freedom, for lack of a better way of putting it. Interesting. All right, let's see what else we have for Aquarius this week. Five of Blades. So air sign energy, this is a lot of conflict around you, whether that's internal conflict, external conflict, fighting all around. It feels very chaotic. Thank you. This communication coming in might also feel very chaotic to you. If this is like surprise communication from someone you haven't talked to in a while, or it's somebody that you've wanted to clear the air from, but you didn't think it would happen, I feel like the divine is really starting to pull the strings and shift things, and they're coming to kind of reset things and clear the old karma and restart things. We have the Magician. Somebody could be manifesting this, could be you, could be them, but remember that you are the creator of your own destiny. So you have the power to really have the life that you want. It's all about free will, and it's all about hard work. So keep manifesting if that's what you're doing. It could be somebody else that's manifesting this communication or this connection with you as well. And it really might create a lot of conflict internally for one or the other of you. Six of Goblets, this is love energy. This is also energy that shows that someone from your past could be coming back. That might be the hiccup in the week this week. Sorry, my mouth is very dry. It does feel like there is communication from somebody from your past. It does feel like this is a nudge from spirit. And it does feel like it could be somebody who's like really wanted this to happen for a very long time. And so they might be reaching out for some sort of communication this week to either clear the air, or they want to rekindle something with you, however it resonates. What else do we have? The Hierophant. This is part of your spiritual journey. It is part of something that you need to unlock your full potential and be able to really step into who you were created to be. Also a card that's Taurus energy, so you might have been really stubborn on this path. It could also be something that you suddenly get a instant aha moment or an epiphany, a knowing of some sort, a download. It's also a card symbolizing that things that are done traditionally might not be working for you. If others want you to be very traditional in something like your path to marriage or your career, it might not be that way for you. So you might have to just embrace what really does work for you and let these other people who are creating this conflict around you kind of just be left in the dust. All right, let's see. 10 of Pentacles. This is the life that you've always dreamed of. You want to be wealthy and abundant and have the family that you've always dreamed of. And I feel like you're making changes or steps to go forward on your path, as well as live the life that you've always wanted to. And like not worry about money and not worry about obstacles. Let's see what else we have. Page of Wands, very carefree, spirited person, could be a younger person, fire sign. This is something where you have a sense of adventure or you're willing to try something new. So it does feel like you want to break out of tradition. So maybe you feel like you're being judged by others because they want you to do things a certain way. And you're like, that just doesn't work for me. That's not what I want for my future. What I want looks like this. What they want feels like a prison. You have to be able to make this decision. And it's creating a lot of conflict, whether it's internal or external. I do feel like you're going to come to some sort of conclusion and figure out which path really works for you this week. But you have to make that decision. So maybe you're manifesting something new that leads to a lot of fun and excitement for you instead of the same old junk. You're going to have a reason to celebrate. This is a lot of exciting news coming to light, celebrating with friends or family, birthdays, anniversaries, special events, but definitely a reason to celebrate. All right, that's what we have for our air signs. That was Aquarius. Last but not least, my earth signs. We're going to start with Virgo. All right, get all my cards picked up here. All right, Virgos, what do we need to know for the week? Try and use your hands after they've been very sore and it's like they just don't want to work. We spent so much time outside gardening, put up a little garden fence to keep my crazy dog out of everything, and my hands are killing me. My neck's all sunburnt, so yeah. Time to rest today. All right, we have the Lovers. That's where we start. So Virgo, you could be contemplating things like going forward with a soulmate or somebody that you view as someone you want to spend your life with, get married to, somebody that you want to have a family with. Cupid's arrow has definitely struck. It could be a Gemini you're connected to, could be a soulmate, could be a twin flame. This is a card that symbolizes there's definitely a choice that needs to be made. I feel like the choice is figuring out whether you truly want to be married, especially if you've been married previously and divorced, or whether this is somebody new that you just see as the person that you were meant to be with. Two of Wands, you're at some sort of crossroads and you definitely need to make a decision. This card also symbolizes you could be traveling, could be thinking of relocating, but a move needs to be made in some way or another, whether it's a choice that needs to be made or whether it's an actual physical move to someplace new. Try new things, break out of your comfort zone. I think it will make you a lot happier. It's going to require some strength on your part, Leo energy. You have the courage within you. Dig deep and find that inner strength in order to be able to release any fear and go forward. I feel like this is going to be something really positive. It could revolve around your love life, or it could revolve around something that you are afraid to change, or like conquering your fears in order to go in a new direction. Ace of Blades, air sign energy. In Supernatural, this was Cain's blade, or the first blade, and he was marked because he killed his brother Abel. So if you look, he's got like a little mark down here on his arm. It was the mark of Cain. So basically what happened was he had all this power within him when he held the first blade. And because he murdered his brother, he was forever marked or tainted by what he had done. So he was meant to live forever, basically to suffer eternally for what he had done. I feel like you have been through a battle in your life that you feel like you're always going to have this shadow hanging over you, or there's this cloud of something because you've made a mistake in your life and you feel like others are judging you, or it's like you're marked forever because of this one incident. That is not the case. This is a fresh start and a new beginning. This is clarity coming in. I feel like you're finally going to see things in a different light, and that cloud of judgment that has followed you is finally going to be released. We have the Seven of Pentagrams. This is something where you need to be planning, but it's also something to where if you're thinking of throwing in the towel on like a goal or a dream of yours, this is a caution telling you to not. because in order to make it to where you really want to be, you first need the clarity, and then you need to be able to make a decision and pull the trigger and be able to keep going forward on the goals and dreams that you have. So you can't just throw in the towel just because you haven't seen it pay off just yet. Some things take time and you have to be patient. So they're also telling me that some of you could be relocating, and because of that, you're going to be changing jobs, and that job opportunity might start out smaller than you think it will, but over time it will grow, and it's going to be better than you anticipate, but it first involves a decision in order to make that move. We have the moon. This is Cancer energy. This is also a card symbolizing that you need to see past any illusions. So if there's something that you feel like the wool's been pulled over your eyes, or you feel like you don't see things at face value, or there's something that you view as some sort of an illusion, look at things at face value and then make adjustments anywhere you need to. That also comes out with strength. So it feels like when these illusions are revealed to you, it could involve your job or it could involve a love relationship, or the two main energies that are coming through with this. Excuse me one second. But the moon is really about seeing past illusions so that you can make better choices. So also creating balance, and it's going to illuminate something that needs to change in your life. All right, Virgo, what else do we have going on for you? What is Virgo overcoming this week? Let's see, bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. This is your emotions. You're overcoming. Sometimes I feel like Virgos stuff their emotions. They don't always show them on the surface. So maybe you're coming out of your shell a little bit, so to speak. Maybe you're starting to finally express yourself. You need to shift your perspective on whatever the situation is that you feel stuck in. And I feel like that's going to give you some clarity. So see things differently than how you view them. Shift your perspective. Not all is lost, and there is still hope for things to change. You could be connecting to a water sign as well. All right, we have Queen of Swords, air sign energy. You might have your emotions under lock and key. You might only show them to a select few people. This is also a card that would symbolize that your heart has been broken before, and so you may have locked it in a cage. I feel like for the right person, they hold the key and they'll be able to pull you out of that energy and the lack of emotions or the not wanting to express yourself. But this is also a card that says you're very protective over the people that you love, and you can also be quite cutthroat when you need to be. So this is a card telling you that sometimes you just need to take a step back and mellow those things, and don't overanalyze or overthink the situation to death. Sometimes the answer is literally right in front of you. We have the 6 of Wands. There's some sort of victory that's coming in for you this week. It could potentially cast you in the spotlight or have people really recognize your talents or what you're really capable of, especially when it pertains to either creativity or some sort of work endeavor. It's also a card that symbolizes that it's a dream that you are going to achieve. Excuse me, it's something that you've put in a lot of time, energy, and effort in, and finally, people are starting to notice what it is that you truly are capable of doing in a positive light. All right, that's what we have for Virgos for the week. Let's see what we have going on for Taurus. Taurus, what do we need to know for the week? Taurus, the energy is very slow right now. Taurus energy, what do we need to know for Taurus? There we go. 3 of Coins, earth sign energy. This is needing help from others right now, especially it could be financially. You might be struggling with something. It's also a card that signals that you might need to connect to source, your higher self, and your intuition. So group projects are favored, but sometimes it is collaboration with others that will actually help your dream come to light or help get the project or the work done. 6 of Wands, there's some sort of victory coming in. It could be with your work. You might be up for some sort of award, promotion, or something that casts you in the spotlight this week. It could have been a long, hard road for you to get to this place, but you are finally starting to see things change for the better, and something that gets you recognized this week is going to happen. Nine of Cups. Could involve a lot of feeling really excited or really emotionally fulfilled as well, feeling really smug, like, yes, finally I got what I was after. So I do feel like things are definitely improving for you this week. Could also be some sort of love relationship that is finally going to, it's finally going to feel like you've reached a goal with that Nine of Cups. There could also be potentially new money coming in, some sort of wish fulfillment, or some sort of like sudden lottery win is another one that they're giving me. Let's see, what else do we have for Taurus? We have the Eight of Blades. So you feel really trapped in something right now, an overthinking pattern. This is also a card symbolizing that you're feeling really trapped or stifled in something, and you're going to need to shift your perspective and see things at face value, face your fears, and see things for what they truly are, reality. So if you're stuck in a pattern of overthinking, how am I going to fix this? What am I going to do? Ask somebody you trust for help. So that could be a group project, a team effort, or something where you are collaborating with others to see it more clearly in order to make the adjustments to get out of that chaotic overthinking pattern. Queen of Blades. Don't be afraid to eliminate things or people that are obstacles right now. This is somebody who is very protective and nurturing to those they love, but it's also somebody who's very cutthroat and isn't afraid to eliminate people, places, or things in order to achieve what she is after. So I feel like you might need to eliminate some sort of obstacle, people, places, or things this week in order to really get this recognition. So it could be like you're up for a promotion at work is one scenario they're giving me, that there might be a lot of people that are going applying for this job or this promotion, especially if it's like an internal job promotion, and it feels like you're going to eliminate the competition in order to make your goals a reality. But it also feels like you're going to go about this in a very morally correct way. So you're not going to be underhanded. You're going to win this recognition on your own merit and your hard work. 10 of Wands, fire sign energy. This is a heavy burden that you need to let go of, whether this is a person or a situation. I feel like by releasing that, all of a sudden you finally get that, finally, that breath of fresh air or the relief, and that's going to leave you feeling really fulfilled or really happy about the situation. All right. What are we overcoming this week? Let's see. Taurus, what are we overcoming this week? Bottom of the deck. Death and Rebirth, Scorpio energy. When one door closes, a new one will open. You have to make the room for these things to change. So by eliminating the obstacles, eliminating the things that are keeping you feeling like you're stuck and no way out, it does feel like that gives room for new life, new creation to come in. So think of as the seasons change, especially in winter when things go dormant and they look like they're dead, and in spring things turn around and they're green and they bloom. When you close one door, you give way for new opportunities to take its place of the things that kept you feeling stuck and stagnant. We have the Emperor as well. This is Aries energy. So strategic moves will need to be made. Strategy is definitely a strong suit. Just don't overthink the situation. This is something you're going to be able to conquer in a positive way. So you're going to be able to make forward movement and positive changes, but be strategic. Plan this out before you do this. All right, let's see, what else do we have for Taurus? Six of Cups. Could be reminiscing about the past or a past person as well. You may have let go of something or someone and they might be coming back around in your life, or you might just be thinking of the way things used to be in a relationship. Could be as far back as childhood. You might have some fond memories of somebody, but you might also need to release the things from the past in order to truly go forward. That's what we have for our Virgos this week, or excuse me, our Tauruses this week. And last but not least, we have Capricorns. Good shuffles. What do we need to know for our Capricorns this week? Capricorns, what do we need to know? What's going on this week for Capricorns? we have Temperance. So needing to mellow something or find the balance or the middle ground. You are divinely protected this week. This is something where you might have a lot of fear of the outcome of what things are going to happen moving forward. I feel like you need to dip your toe in the water in order to make the first step really count. So think about it, but find the balance and mellow things. Don't let things be truly like overcomplicated or say, oh, that's too easy. Find the middle ground in order to find the balance, but know that your steps are guided by the divine and you are fully protected and being guided in the direction they want you to go. What else do we have? 8 of Coins. You might be focused on work or money matters right now, your practicalities. I feel like you could be picking up extra shifts at your job, working overtime, but your focus right now is on your material wealth and success, especially because that is what I feel like is going to help kind of turn you out of this position of things being really complicated in your life. What are we overcoming? Knight of Swords. Some sort of quick movement of communication is coming in, some sort of news that you're going to have to be brave about. It does feel like this could have been kind of a hiccup in your life this week, or this is something that you're going to finally find the balance and get back on track. Once this news comes to light, it's going to feel kind of like a relief, honestly. All right, what else do we have for Capricorns? 10 of Pentacles. So this is focusing also on your material wealth and success, something that you could leave behind, like a legacy that you're building, or this is focusing more on your material matters at home. So finding your forever person, maybe you're focused on the kids, maybe you're focused on really the things that matter to you the most, that keep you feeling in that grounded, stable energy. It feels like you're finally going to get your home life more stable, or there could be maybe somebody coming into the family that kind of helps ground the energy and find some balance. Page of Blades, air sign energy. You might feel a little ill-equipped in an area of your life. You might be receiving spiritual downloads or too much information that you can't quite decipher, so you might need some help from others. You might need like a mentor or somebody a little older and wiser to kind of help you navigate some of these choices. Don't be afraid to ask for help this week. I feel like that's going to help give you a lot of clarity, especially if it pertains to like your finances. If you feel like you're struggling and maybe you need someone to be like, hey, can you maybe help me create a budget, or hey, I'm struggling with this thing at work, can you maybe help guide me or show me a different way to do these so that I can understand it more. Don't be afraid to ask for help. We all struggle with something at some point. 5 of Pentacles says you could be worried about your finances right now. Might be recovering from injury, illness, or surgery. This is also a card symbolizing you could have cut somebody off recently. Maybe you're not ready to talk to them. You could have also blocked somebody and kind of gone within for some reflection or healing. And we have the Lovers, Gemini energy, twin flames, soulmates. This is a card that symbolizes you have a choice to make and you're going to need to weigh it carefully. So it does feel like finances could be involved with that decision, as well as maybe what your family thinks. But it's something that I feel like you're going to be able to make this choice. You just might need a little bit more time or guidance in order to get there. All right, Capricorns, what else do we need to know for the week? What's going on? 2 of Swords, you're at some sort of crossroads and need to remove the blindfold in order to make this decision to pick a path that you truly want to go. So weigh your options carefully and look at things at face value. Make sure you're not under any sort of illusion, especially if this is somebody that you view as like long-term or like marriage material. Make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. You don't have to rush anything. Knight of Pentacles says you are forging forward into greener pastures. You're taking your wealth, abundance, and resources with you on this journey, and you are definitely going forward into something that is better for you. 4 of Wands is a celebration. Could also involve marriage. You might be attending a wedding or contemplating marriage. It is a solid, stable foundation on which to build. It is also fire sign energy, so it could happen rather quickly for some of you, but a good reason to celebrate. All right, and our Wheel of Fortune is our final card of the reading. So this tells you that fate, luck, and destiny have spun the Wheel of Fortune in your favor, and good fortune is now on your side. So any choices that you are making this week to go forward, whether it's romantically, creating the balance, communication, family matters, or financial matters, you're going to have a reason to celebrate because good luck is finally in your favor. So make sure that you weigh these options carefully and see things at face value this week, Capricorn, but it's something that you truly need to make a choice in order to alleviate the obstacles, and you also need to make a choice in order to go forward. That's what we have for our weekly messages. I hope it helps, guys. We'll see you soon. Have a great week.